Have you ever had someone try to guilt you into giving them something that they wanted? Maybe they called you selfish for not sparing a few measly dollars to help them get a bus ticket? Called you a snob or a jerk for not wanting them as a romantic partner or just as a friend? Called you an idiot for not recognizing their distinguished qualifications and not hiring them for a job with your business? Someone has probably tried this tactic on you before, and let's be honest, you've probably used it before on someone else to try and get something that you wanted. But this sort of attempted manipulation reflects an underlying entitlement mentality that is never warranted. No one owes you anything, even if you do something nice for them. But by the same token, you don't owe anyone anything either. Never fall for this scam. Believing that you're entitled to something that you're not is the most surefire way to always be unhappy and perpetually unsuccessful. The simple fact of the matter is that no one owes you anything simply for existing. The only things that you are entitled to are those things that you obtain as the result of an explicit contract with someone else. When you accept a job offer from an employer, you and your employer make an explicit contract regarding what services you will offer your employer, when you will offer those services, and what your employer will pay you in return. Once the terms of the contract are fulfilled by both parties, neither party owes anything further to the other. When you buy someone a gift of your own accord, that may be a very nice thing for you to do, but regardless of what you've been taught about social etiquette, you doing something nice for someone else does not mean that they are then obligated to return the favor to you in any sense. If you expected the other person to do something for you in return, you should have said so explicitly and established an explicit contract. The other person is not taking advantage of you or violating your rights because they didn't respond to your gift the way you felt that they should have. But don't let this get you down, for just as no one owes you anything, the opposite is also true. You don't owe anyone anything either, and this leaves you largely in control of your own destiny. In particular, there are three categories of things that people seem to believe they are entitled to: material possessions, successful careers, and fulfilling relationships, both romantic and platonic. The measures to which people will go to try and collect these things are both extreme and ridiculous. But in the end, the more that they try to collect, the more unhappy those with this entitlement mentality become, even if they get what they want. Why? Because no one owes them anything. And even if they manage to acquire their desired ends through manipulation, they tend to find it unsatisfying, since it wasn't earned. So always remember, no one owes you anything. No one owes you material possessions, but by the same token, you owe no one the material possessions that rightfully belong to you. Never let anyone guilt trip you into believing that you have to share with them. In the absence of an explicit contract between you and the other person, you owe them nothing, regardless of what they may have done for you. No one owes you a job. If you want a successful career, then it is your job to do everything you can to make the case to your potential employer that you are best suited for the position you want. But at the end of the day, it's his decision whether or not to hire you, not yours. However, it is also true that you are free to start your own business if you want to, or to put as much effort as you want into becoming the most qualified candidate for the career that you want. You're not guaranteed success, but you'll be amazed at how much more successful you can be when you shift your focus from trying to collect what you believe you're owed to instead putting effort into earning what you want. No one owes you a relationship. I'm always frustrated when I hear guys complaining about how girls just don't like nice guys. Wake up, idiot! Did you think being nice to her would automatically mean she'd be obligated to date you? She doesn't owe you a relationship, no matter what nice things you might do for her. So if she's not interested, move on. By the same token, I'm equally as frustrated by women who constantly complain about the lack of men to date or marry. There are plenty of men interested in both. What these women really mean is that they can't seem to meet a man who meets their high standards, who is also interested in them. Such men don't owe you a relationship. You're free to have whatever standards you want for the person you're willing to date or marry, but no one owes you a relationship just because you want one. The same, of course, is true for platonic friendships. Regardless of how nice you try to be or what you do for someone else, that person is not obligated to be your friend. Does that make them a jerk? Maybe. But then again, why would you want to be friends with a jerk anyways? Sometimes people just won't like you for reasons that you have no control over, so don't make their problem your problem. You control who you spend time with. No one controls that but you. I would submit to you that the difference between people who are content and discontent is not the things that they have, but the effort that they put into improving their own circumstances through what they have control over. Some of you may disagree, but either way, no one owes you anything. And that is my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit the bell to receive notifications so that you never miss an upload. And if you're a fan of my channel, please consider supporting me on Subscribestar, Bitbacker, or Patreon to receive special rewards. All links can be found in the About section of my website, my2centsvideos.com.